Good morning and welcome to the 8:15 daily operations weather brief. Here on the field this morning we have some light cloud cover around 1,200 feet and some scattered bordering broken coverage at 25,000 feet. And for our temperatures today, they are expected to climb into the mid-80s this afternoon with winds remaining light this morning, although a slight uptick progressive throughout the day is expected, staying in the 5 to 10 knot range, with the occasional gust into the mid to upper teens, but remaining below any advisory criteria at this time. As for our precipitation chances of the day, we may see an isolated pop-up shower or a thunderstorm come this afternoon, and our rain chances do increase slightly early tomorrow morning, with a more defined line of storms looking possible given a few of the more higher resolution model outputs. But overall today it should be a pretty nice day. Now taking a look at our most recent surface analysis chart for a general overview. An area of high pressure does continue to sit overhead, albeit light, and an unsettled weather pattern should be sticking around at least through midweek this week. We'll see daily scattered thunderstorms before heat begins to build back in. Not build in, but continue build in Thursday and Friday. And today's pattern remains rather stagnant, with afternoon convection being our main concern. Moving into tomorrow morning, some renewed storm activity along a sharpening trough may become evident, and an abundance of moisture aloft means that some of those storms could produce a locally heavy rainfall. Over the past day or two, we have missed out on a bunch of the precip that has been happening more mainland, so our localized flooding concerns are just a little bit lower than the rest of mainland Virginia. But this pattern should continue through Tuesday and Wednesday as a front stalls to our northwest, and that will serve to keep the moisture in place, with daily summer heat doing its work and sea breezes acting as a triggering mechanism for any daytime storm activity. As for our current weather this morning, we do have a few clouds at 1,200 feet and a scattered layer bordering broken at 25,000 feet, and we do have unrestricted visibility at this time. Winds are from a heading of 160 at 4 knots, and our temperature currently sits at 79 degrees and a relative humidity value of 84%. And taking a look at this morning's satellite imagery, we can see that upper level cloud cover, generally patchy all around the area, but coverage is rather large at this time. And we also see a little bit of that low level cloud coverage down below that upper level coverage, but largely clearing skies at the moment, and should remain in the scattered range for a majority of the day. Moving on to the most recent model run. This is the HER model from this morning, and we can see that largely dry conditions persist, with maybe a few pop-up cells of the pop-up variety in the middle of the afternoon, and then that line of storms that makes its way to the area. Now, it is worth mentioning that a couple of the models are showing a weakening trend in that model, where the line kind of falls apart over our area, which is pretty typical. But this run here gives a good view of both the timing coming in early morning and the pop-up scattered convection that we may see this afternoon. Moving on to the 24-hour risk chart, we do have a little bit of color on the board, some yellows indicating our chances for pop-up convection today, and that convection moving through tomorrow morning, as well as the chance for a brief period of low-level cloud cover settling into the region. Largely scattered conditions throughout the day today, although during peak heating we might see that turn closer to broken. and a very slight chance of an afternoon and evening shower moving through the area. Winds remain rather light, under 10 knots for a majority of the day, with those gusts going into the upper teens, but again, well below any criteria for a wind advisory. And moving on to the short-term weather risk chart here. Tuesday, we can expect partly to mostly cloudy conditions with a chance of showers and thunderstorms, especially early, and a high of 84, as well as the chance for some low-level cloud cover. Come Tuesday night, greens across the board, partly cloudy and a low of 77. And Wednesday, we can anticipate partly to mostly cloudy conditions with a slight chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm in that typical time frame of noon, moving towards the early evening and late afternoon, and a high of 86 for Wednesday. And that is going to conclude the daily weather operations brief. I'll be back at 10 o'clock with the 7-day outlook.